Now, as a nominee director or an independent director or a director appointed by a private equity fund or venture capital fund or high net worth investor, among all the responsibilities that we also have the responsibility to improve profitability of this entity. So we need to do everything possible under the sun to guide the management so that they're able to achieve high top line and high bottom line. A question that I thought to share with all the participants here: is it possible for a business to increase the operating profit, EBIT, without increasing the selling price? Somebody would say, yes, it is possible to increase the profit of the company not by increasing selling price but by reducing cost. And if I put this question differently and I say that you have no scope for reducing the cost also, so can you still increase the profit of a company without increasing the selling price and without reducing the cost, fixed cost or the variable cost? Is it still possible for you to improve the profit of a company? And the answer, of course, is still you can do it. And how do we do it? We do it by something which is known as taking the benefit of operating leverage. Now, this is a small case study which I am just going to share with everyone, and you can, all the participants can just be with me, and we and I would guide the participants. So this is a case study about a company whose name is Growell Steel, and this company is having steel manufacturing in facility in Newcastle. The plant has a capacity of 4 million tons per annum. Presently, it is operating at 50% capacity. तो कैपेसिटी है उसका 4 मिलियन टन और आज की तारीख में वो 15% की कैपेसिटी पे ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं. The average selling price of this company is $500 per ton, and the variable cost is $220 per ton. Company has a fixed cost, and I'm sure all of us are aware that every company will have two costs. One is the variable cost and the second is fixed cost. We all understand variable fixed cost remains fixed in terms of totality, but it reduces as we produce more per unit. So it changes in terms of per unit depending on how much we produce. Variable cost is fixed in terms of per unit, but it changes depending on the volume that we produce. So this company has a fixed cost of 500 million tons per annum, and it is running currently at 50% capacity. The company has received an order which will require it to increase its capacity utilization to 2.5 million tons. तो आज की तारीख में 50% बना रही है, इसका मतलब 50% 4 मिलियन टन का कितना हुआ? 2 मिलियन टन. और कंपनी को एक नया ऑर्डर मिल रहा है, और वो जो नया ऑर्डर है it is at the same price at which it is currently producing, and this order that the company is getting is for 0.5 million tons. That means company's capacity utilization will increase from 2 million tons to 2.5 million tons. Selling price में कोई change नहीं है. It is expected that there will not be any change in the annual fixed costs. Why I am discussing this case study with friends, with every one of you? Because for achieving the purpose that the company is able to service the debt on time, company is able to repay the loan in time, company does not erode the security, the company will have to have a very high level of performance. So why I am discussing this case study? To help the companies to use this tool for improving their financial performance, their operational performance, even when they are not able to increase the selling price because of the competitiveness of the market, even when they are not able to reduce the cost because of the competitiveness in the market. So despite all those challenges, how can a company still improve the profitability? सो इट इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड कि जब वो 2 मिलियन टन से 2.5 मिलियन टन के उस पर लेवल पे जाएंगे तो उसमें कोई फिक्स कॉस्ट चेंज नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हम सभी को मालूम है फिक्स कॉस्ट इज फिक्स्ड, इट डज नॉट चेंज until the capacity utilization breaches a particular threshold. So we are assuming that in this case that particular threshold is not being breached. What will be the impact of accepting the above order on profit and profitability? तो अगर ये कंपनी इस ऑर्डर को एक्सेप्ट करती है तो कंपनी की के प्रॉफिट के ऊपर और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के ऊपर क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, ये हमको इस केस से समझना है. एंड वी ऑल्सो नीड टू फाइंड आउट बाय हाउ मेनी टाइम्स द प्रॉफिट विल इंक्रीज एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ इंक्रीज इन द सेल्स फ्रॉम 2.2 मिलियन टन्स टू 2.5 मिलियन टन्स. यानी कि ये जो इंक्रीज है विच इज़ जस्ट 25%, राइट. सो when the sales is increasing by 25%, how many times the profit can increase of a company, of a business, when this company uses the operating leverage? So this is the case study, and I am sure all of you would have understood it as I have explained to you. So let us do it together. So this is the first scenario, present scenario. So what is the present scenario? 2 million ton is the sales, 2 million ton कंपनी सेल कर रही है, एवरेज सेलिंग प्राइस कंपनी का $500 है और वेरिएबल कॉस्ट $220 पर टन है. और तो टोटल सेल्स कितना हो गया? टोटल सेल्स हो गया 1000 मिलियन टन्स, राइट, 1000 मिलियन टन्स. अब ये 1000 मिलियन टन्स में से वेरिएबल कॉस्ट माइनस कर दिया 440 मिलियन टन्स, तो कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना बचा? 560. सो 1000 मिलियन टन्स minus 1000 million dollars minus 450 million dollars, how much is remaining as contribution in the hands of the company is 560 million dollars. We know that the fixed cost is 500 million dollar, तो contribution में से fixed cost minus किया, so we get an operating profit or EBIT of $60 million. $60 million is the operating profit. The quantity is 2 million tons, so $60 million divided by 2 million tons, the company is making profit at present of $30 per ton of steel that it produces and it sells. Current scenario. Let's see what happens if the company accepts the new order of 0.5 million ton. Now this is how it is going to happen. So the unit that will be sold is now 2.5 million tons. सेलिंग प्राइस में कोई चेंज नहीं है, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट में भी कोई चेंज नहीं है, और अगर 2.5 मिलियन टन सेल करती है एट द रेट ऑफ 500, द टोटल सेल्स इज गोइंग टू बी $1250 मिलियन. उसमें से वेरिएबल कॉस्ट माइनस करेंगे तो 550 माइनस किया, कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना हो जाएगा? $700 मिलियन. $700 मिलियन. फिक्स कॉस्ट हमको मालूम है $500 मिलियन है, तो $500 मिलियन को माइनस किया फ्रॉम 700. हाउ मच इज द ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट? इट इज $200 मिलियन. $2 मिलियन डिवाइडेड बाय द कैपेसिटी, एंड दैट इज $80 पर टन. $80 पर टन. सो प्लीज फ्रेंड्स पे अटेंशन हियर. पहले प्रॉफिट कितना था? $30 पर टन. अब प्रॉफिट कितना हो गया? $80 पर टन. क्या कंपनी ने सेलिंग प्राइस इंक्रीज किया? आंसर इज नो. क्या कंपनी ने वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कम किया? आंसर इज नो. क्या कंपनी की फिक्स कॉस्ट बढ़ी, चेंज हुई? आंसर इज नो. कम हुई? आंसर इज नो. सो डिस्पाइट company did not increase the selling price, the company did not increase the variable cost, company did not touch the fixed cost as well, yet company is able to increase higher per unit per ton profit from $30 to $80. How has it become possible? It has become possible by something which is known as operating leverage. So the units that we are assisting, if we can guide them as to, they can also look at the application of uh, operating leverage. Maybe they also can improve their profitability and profit. Let us further understand. अब जरा देखते हैं कि when you use the operating leverage, how does it work? How does the operating leverage work? तो हमारा सेल्स में कितना इंक्रीज हुआ? 250 मिलियन टन्स का. हमारे प्रॉफिट में कितना इंक्रीज हुआ? 140 मिलियन टन्स का. मतलब क्या है? मतलब ये है कि our sales have increased by 0.25 times, our profits have increased 2.3 times. That means for every increase of 0.25 times in my sales, my profits have increased by 2.3 times. Which means what? Which means for every increase in my sales of 1, my profit has increased 9.3 times. 9.3 times. And that, friends, is your operating leverage. I'm not saying and I'm not suggesting definitely that every unit for which you are assisting is going to have similar kind of dramatic results. But definitely, if the companies that you are assisting, if you guide the board of those companies, if you guide the MD of the company, CEO of the company, CFO of the company, to look at this possibility of applying the operating leverage, there would definitely be a significant improvement in the performance and the profitability of those companies. So, Geeta ji, in case if anyone has any question, they can please ask. Else, we will move to the next topic.